How many times have you seen that palette on YouTube? A lot. So this was really hyped maybe about a year ago, I would say. It reached its hype point, hype peak. Yeah, that's what I wanted, hype peak. And I wasn't really that interested in it, to be honest with you. I did pick up a little tiny Lorac palette at Nordstrom Rack one day, and my initial impression of it was that I didn't really like it that much, but then the more I used it and the more I played with it, I realized that some of the colors I liked, some of the colors I didn't. And I didn't think much about it after that. There is one color in that palette that I really love. But anyways, this video is not about that palette. I'm just giving you some background. And I don't know what it was, but all of a sudden I became interested in this palette. So started watching videos about it, reading information online, so on and so forth, and made up my mind, I'm going to buy this palette. So I waltz into Ulta one day and I go over to the Lorac section and see that where they keep these palettes, and not just this palette, but the Lorac Pro To Go palettes. There's one that has 3 eyeshadows, and then there's one that has just a handful of eyeshadows and I think some blushes and lipsticks in it. But anyways, that whole section completely empty. So I talked to Lynn, the what is her title? Prestige advisor or something like that, at my Ulta, and she said, yeah, she said, we have not had any of those palettes since Christmas, and we can't get more. The company says they don't have any to send us. So I thought, oh no, because Sephora, I think they stopped carrying Lorac at some point. So I thought, where else am I going to get Lorac? And then I remembered, Kohl's sells Lorac now. And so the great thing about the Kohl's website is you can go on and you can check the inventory to see which stores have the products that you're looking for, because not all Kohl's carries all brands, especially the Lorac. So I did a search of like 100-mile radius, and there was one store in a 100-mile radius of my house that had it. So I went there and I got it. And if you live in the Warwick, Rhode Island area, there's one left on the shelf, which I doubt it will be there very long, because from what I can tell, like, that's the only place within, a huge area that actually has this palette. So when I got there were, of course, 2 on the shelf, and the box that this was in and the other one are all beat up. And I've got it in my recycle bin right now. But I thought to myself, well, who cares, right? Because I don't keep the boxes that my palettes come in. So I opened it up right at the store to make sure that it wasn't damaged or anything. And I didn't open both of them. I just opened the one that I bought. And I opened it up and they were fine. The whole thing was in, perfect condition. You could tell no one had swatched it. It had no marks in it. None of the shadows were broken. So I bought it. And I was really grateful to get this. Just so you know, those of you who are Kohl's credit card holders, you get all those great coupons. I had a 30% off coupon, but this product is not eligible to use that. If you have Kohl's Cash, you can apply Kohl's Cash to a purchase like this, but you just can't get a percentage off with any of those great coupons that they send you. So I took it home, and the next day I did a really intense bronzy look with this palette. Actually, let's back up. Let's show you the palette. So this is what it looks like. You get 16 colors for $42. When we got to the register, my husband was with me, and you know, then of course they added on the tax and then it was like $44. And he's like, $44 for an eyeshadow? I said, no, honey, it's not an eyeshadow. It's 16 eyeshadows. So if you look at it that way, that's only like what? I'm not good at doing math in my head, but I think that breaks down to like $2 and change for each eyeshadow. So that's not really expensive if you look at it that way. But this is a really, really nice assortment of colors because you've got your light colors, you've got your dark colors, you've got your mid-range colors, you've got a lot of neutrals, and then you've got, you know, 2 or 3 colors that have some color to them. The top row is matte, the bottom row is shimmer. It's just a great assortment. And it also came with a little Lorac eyeshadow primer, which I used, and I like that too. I've only used it twice so far, and so far I really like that primer. Haven't had any issues, I've got nothing negative to say about it. Very nice. And so, okay, let's go back to what I was saying before. I did a bronzy, intensely warm eye yesterday, pretty dramatic. I took this garnet color, which is like a really bronzy, coppery bronzy color. I put that on my lids, and then I did sable in the crease, and I think I used the champagne as my highlight. And I don't really like those kinds of colors on me. But I showed it to my husband, and he said, oh yeah, that's really nice. So, I don't know. I guess it's just a matter of taste because he liked it on me, but I wasn't really that fond of it as far as the colors go. And then today, just to give you an idea what I did today, I used the Pewter color on my lids. And this is just a really nice taupe, shimmery taupe color. And then I used the Nude as my highlight, which I really, really like that for a highlight color. I think if they sold that like in a single pot form, which I don't even know. I haven't researched like Lorac single eyeshadows or anything, but I can see like really falling in love with that highlight color and wanting to use it every day with everything. And I've been really lazy about highlight eyeshadow colors lately, but that is really nice. Just because, I don't know, there's something different, unique about it that I can't put my finger on, but I really like it. And then for my outer corner color, I used Espresso, which is just, you know, a nice straight up dark brown color. And as far as the pigmentation of these shadows, they are super pigmented. As a matter of fact, when you first put them on, it's like, oh man, this is going to require tons of blending. No. Not at all. These shadows blend like a dream, which is nice because I don't like it when I have to do a ton of blending because, I don't know, it just feels uncomfortable on my eyes if I have to do a lot of blending because I do have dry skin. I am older, so I don't like shadows that need a ton of blending, and these do not. Matter of fact, you have to be careful not to overblend them. Because if you do, then you'll have to add more product and, you know, not start all over again, but you'll have to add more product. So, very pigmented, but blend beautiful. Nice assortment of colors. I would say that, I wish I had bought this a long time ago. This is a really, really nice palette that I think I will end up reaching for quite a bit because, like I said, the assortment of colors is awesome. I can see this being very versatile too. I mean, you could do so many different looks with this palette because of the combination of colors and how they all kind of work with each other to a certain extent. I mean, you know, you can't put everything with everything. But yeah, this looks like it's going to be very, very versatile. And I think if I was going on a vacation or planning a vacation, I think I would just bring this, because you'd pretty much have everything that you needed in here to do a look. And so yeah, I would definitely recommend this. Now I understand why this was so hyped for so long, and I wish I had gotten it sooner. Really, really nice palette. And they have, this is my second Lorac product, and they have tons of stuff. I mean, you know, they've got foundations and other kinds of eyeshadows. They've got trios, singles, other palettes. So I have a feeling that I'm going to be exploring that Lorac section at my Ulta, because at Kohl's, you know, this is what they have. They have this, and I think they have some of the other Lorac palettes, but they don't have like a big selection of their whole product line. For that, I'll have to, you know, go to Ulta, which is fine because that's convenient for me because of its location. But yeah, if you've been kind of on the fence about this and you want to get it, I would say go to Kohls.com and then type in your zip code. You know, go to women and then makeup and then Lorac, and, you know, look for it on the page of Lorac products and click on store finder or something like that. You know, throw in your zip code, hit the search button, and it'll tell you exactly where the closest Kohl's is to your house that has it in stock. So, and that's so convenient. You know, you don't have to make phone calls and call stores or go running around to a bunch of different Kohl's or whatever, because it's not even worth it to call stores, because a lot of times they'll just, you know, if you call to see if they have something, you just, trust me, you don't want to do that. So this is so easy